Hello, everybody. It's Matthew Brand. Thanks for tuning in. Now, YouTube and writing all this content creation, it can be a pretty daunting task, especially when if you're like me, I do better when I bounce off of somebody, but I don't really have anybody that I have like employed or working with me on this podcast. So it's harder for me to bounce off of things. I do take one bit of advice to heart. I believe I got it from, I think it was Tim from Cigars Daily, where it's like find something you can talk about all day and then just kind of break it up as much as possible. Well, there are tons of things I can talk about all day, but again, it becomes harder when it's something I don't have to bounce off of. Also, since this channel is focused a little bit more on content creation and business, I was trying to think about what is it that I can really focus on. My specialties include, in real life that I instruct is, food and self defense. But for a YouTube content creation channel, what could I really, really focus on? So, what I thought about is I do actually consume a lot of YouTube. I was looking at some things from Jimmy, they call him Mr. Beast, but he was talking about how much he used to really consume YouTube. And over the years, it's probably been my number one source of media consumption. So, what my thought process was, I am going to probably moving forward start analyzing channels, small channels and large channels. So if you are, let's say, an upcoming content creator, you're a YouTube creator, you want me to check out your channel, please feel free to leave me a comment, send me a message, and I'll try and check out your channel the best I can. On top of that, I am also going to look at bigger YouTube channels, kind of like I think I mentioned before, I did like Company Man. I'll probably start looking at some of the bigger YouTube channels and see how did they become so successful? What were their keys to success? What did they do differently than other people? I've already looked at it, some different, big YouTubers, but a lot of people hear about the biggest ones, Matt Pat, Mr. Beast, was his PewDiePie. And a lot of these people, I grew up watching some of the older ones. I can't even say grew up. By the time YouTube even came out in the real world, I was already, a little bit older. So it was like 2005. I was in high school, and but most people were just uploading kind of just silly videos, and I wasn't really a big part of that sort of thing. But I did check out a lot of different the video gaming channels, not the ones playing video games, but the ones like analyzing it. I like the guy with the glasses. What was the other? The guy with the angry video game nerd. Like I really love those kind of channels, things that talk about nostalgia and different stuff like that. But even though I've watched all those channels, I really grew a love for YouTube over time, and I would check them out quite recently or frequently. My son still checks out a lot of these younger creators. Was his that Ryan Trahan and stuff like that. So I would like to look and analyze that. But if you're a smaller creator and you want me to check out your channel, please feel free to send me a comment. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace out.